it's medicinal?
Yep. It has a bunch of uses, and medicine's one of them.
Oh, it's a little cool.
Her maritime flower in full bloom is a great cure for exhaustion.
Is it?
You can't buy
That's such a
them in
cute
the
doodle.
store, but they
Dude, I
make
really like this music.
You want maritime flowers? I know a place where there's lots of them. Really pretty ones.
Aw. She's so adorable. What? Oh, no, scenes. I didn't know that. Oh, you know what? Sure. You monster. Death it is. You stole her flowers, so you get hit with the bubble gun. It's a bunny. It's a bunny bubble. Okay. No! Oh, I wish we could get one that big. Imagine just wreck the entire enemy roster with bubbles. That's not even the one she wanted. Otters! Aw, so cute.
None around here.
Why can't we do that? I want to do that. Next batch, next batch.
Petals contain all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Is this the burst?
Get well soon.
Nice. Oh, no. That's great. Yeah! Flex, man! Do it! Everyone feels good. I love her weapon, by the way. I don't know if it's good, but it looks cool. It looks cute, and she uses it for, like, an attack.
So, I made some herbal tea with added maritime flowers. It's really refreshing.
This is a very nice trailer.
Wanna try some?
I mean, it looks appetizing enough. Wow, let the cat drink it first, huh?
Why didn't you say it was so bitter?
That's what happens when you make someone try it first.
Stronger.
Well, the important thing is that it works.
That and she's probably used to bitter poisons. So that actually makes a bit of sense. Dude, I love... That trailer was so cinematic. I really, really dug that. And the music almost it almost sounded like Nanobe or something like that. It also gives me a reminiscent of like Hyper Potions. So dang, I'll have to look in to see who did the music for that. I'm assuming, Mike, don't fall over. I'm assuming that was just like miHoYo's music branch, but they could have gotten someone to come in. Her kit is okay. Do we really know like what her how her kit functions? I saw the live stream, but I didn't really. I walked away more confused than I did before, honestly, just from looking at it. Yeah, I think when it comes to Sigewinne, I think I need to try her out to see if I like her playstyle or not. Also, to really read everything she does. I really, really like all the animations, and the animations are great. It's just sad that she uses her bow for like an attack or two. Yeah, so like, and she like charges it up and it like shoots bubbles, I think. Like if you hold the charge shot, so could you make a build around her just doing charge shots and like shooting unlimited bubbles? That would be fun, but the damage of those things probably isn't anything to write home about. Which is probably, yeah, no, you're right, but unless that thing does crazy damage, then that would be hilarious. It's the second coming of Ganyu, but this time in adorable water form. I mean, who knows? Maybe that thing just like every little tick of water counts as like an elemental reaction going up. So maybe you could shred like fire shields or bosses that have elemental bars. That could be like that. So good, actually, for that reason. Yeah. So if that does that, then yeah, that's gonna shred those things. That's amazing. What I've heard that she's supposed to be apparently a life bond healer character, which that seems really niche to me. Which could be really good or also just really just okay. It depends how many more life bond characters we get, because we have 2 at the moment. I'm assuming we have Clorinde and we have Father. Do you think Natlan will give us characters with life bond, or is that going to be a Fontaine only thing? It would be a shame for it to be 2 characters. I feel like no. I know what I mean to say is we'll probably get more in the future, but it would be like Fontaine themed patches. Ah, yes, the important characters that we knew about this entire time.
Of course, exactly.
That don't suddenly just pop out of nowhere.
Okay, they had... Look, it's tough being a video game developer. You have to... Sometimes you just gotta make characters pop out of thin air because they didn't exist when you were writing the story originally.
I know, but it is always really funny when it's like this super big and important person that we just never met, and they never did anything in these very big, like, nationwide catastrophes. They just weren't there for some reason.
For games like Genshin or games like Wuthering Waves, it can be really difficult because whenever you're introducing a character that's from a region that the main character in the story has already taken place in.
The thing is, I think Genshin has done it great a few times because there's that desert puzzle girl. She was locked in a thing for the longest time.
Yes.
She just got out. That makes sense to me.
But not everyone can be locked in a desert puzzle.
But the thing is, not every explanation works like that.
No, so they kind of just have to pull it out of thin air and be like, they were doing something at that time. I really
like it when, I know people have probably heard this a lot, but Star Rail, whenever a new arc begins, they just introduce all these characters. And some of them you don't play as for the longest time. They're just like, hey, they exist. We know friggin' what's his name?
See, well, and
what's the robot guy?
Oh, Skrullum?
Skrullum.
Yeah. No, and that's not just Star Rail. There's a lot of gachas that have the advantage of every few patches or every major patch, they just go to a new area and they just bring a bunch of characters. For Fire Emblem Heroes, they do storybooks, basically. Yeah. And there's a lot of gachas like that where they'll just be like, here's a new area or a plot line. You're going to meet all the new characters there and you can pull from them eventually. And so Star Rail gets that's a huge advantage.
Yeah. The thing is, Genshin has done it before with Baiju. He existed for the longest time. Then again, Dendro didn't, so they also couldn't make him a character yet.
The thing about Genshin is it was going to be a big game, but it was not going to be as big as it is now, I think. It definitely, because it blew up, they got a bigger budget to work with, which is awesome.
I do think Fontaine did a better job.
Fontaine did an excellent job because they gave us just a massive cast of characters, and we've been getting them, like you said, with Star Rail, the beginning of a major expansion, basically. We see everyone, and that's who we're getting for the next, like, chunk of a year.
And most of the characters they've had be more like, okay, you haven't met them yet. They've made more sense.
And see that, and they've done that. How they've done that, at least with Fontaine, is they've unlocked areas we couldn't go to before. So those characters were just there and everything. Yeah, Star Rail, you go to a different part of a planet or a different location entirely, or or a different planet entirely, and they're like, hey, that's how you're getting new characters. And then every so often, they also have the advantage of, like, when a world-ending thing happens, remember, like, it's a planet, so some of the characters aren't around, and they can't get there really quick. So, like Luca came later. He was off in a different town.
But they also, beforehand, also explained that there were other towns with other settlements, with other people trying to survive in those areas.
Yes.
And that makes sense that, why he wasn't there?
Genshin,
he was helping those people.
Especially beginning of Genshin, like early Genshin.
Beginning Genshin was a little rough with that.
Well, it was super rough because all the areas were accessible, like, right off the bat, and they had to find ways to be like, that character exists now, and they had to do that. Inazuma is when we really got to see them shine with, here's a bunch of new characters.
Though, the fact that Ito wasn't around at all to help us.
I can only assume that he wasn't ready. That's one of those moments where they have to pull a character out of thin air.
And I know some people could say, oh, he had his vision taken away. He didn't have his spunk, except at the very end of Ito's trailer, he didn't have his vision, and he was still spunky.
When we got the Sumeru and when we got the Fontaine, they did that a lot different. So I think Inazuma was, again, just very early Genshin, trying to figure out everything. Also, the fact that
Ayato was just a nameless, he was just a bodiless voice for a long time.
He was just in, like, lore, and that's kind of it. And
he was in the lore. We heard him talk a few times, but we never saw him until suddenly, hey!
I think Inazuma did a great job with that. I always enjoy when a game kind of, like, puts something in front of you, and it's like, there's someone coming soon. You don't get to see them. Because that, Ito was referenced. I don't know where the freak he was, but there were plenty of, like, those wanted boards and message boards where it talked about him. So I don't know where he was.
But the main issue is we were doing a rebellion and all this stuff was going on, and he was just, sleeping underneath a tree?
He was beetle fighting. Get it right. beetle fighting and playing card games. That's exactly what he was doing. And I would believe it.
But Fontaine, I think, has tackled it a lot better.
Yeah, and I'm sure Notlan will be very, very similar.
I hope.
So just expect to see, that's actually coming very soon. We should be seeing a video drop very soon showing a lot of characters off, I'm assuming. Or some bit of lore. We're going to get some lore bomb video very soon from Genshin. And that's going to be really exciting.
Sigewinne is the ending of this thing, right? Is the second half of this patch, right?
Yes, and then Emily is next.
Then Emily is next. And then soon we're also getting the live stream for that. When is that again?
That's probably like
next week?
Next 2 weeks. Probably next 2 weeks, yeah.
Nice.
So we'll probably get the big Notlan massive
we already
teaser.
Kind of had a massive teaser. They'll probably show us a few more of the animal forms.
They'll show us more things. Maybe some character teasers. That would be
They'll most likely just tease the new areas in maybe like 2 of the new forms, 3 max. Or maybe they'll just show us all the forms we can turn into.
That would be really cool.
They only showed us 3 of like that huge wheel of all of them.
Yeah, no, I think that would be really, really fun.
I hope none of those are locked behind quests.
It's Genshin, so there's a high chance. We'll just have to tackle it as we go through it.
Well, I just hope Fire Traveler will be good.
There's hope.
I just want the Traveler to be a 5-star.
Traveler's not bad. Good. He's just not great.
He's
either.
not good though.
I could argue that he's good because some of the forms are better than others.
Yeah,
but,
it's like
because like none of them are useless.
Water
is
useless.
Water makes me laugh, so that's not useless. That is comedy relief right there.
Well, I'm glad it's at least funny.
It serves a purpose for me, at least. I enjoy going pew 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 on the enemy.
I'm glad it makes.
I very rarely use it, I will admit, but
no one who on earth uses. Well, actually, I mean, if anyone, does.
For the memes, there's plenty of people who have maxed that Traveler out.
Someone that looks at Nouvelette and then looks at Traveler and goes, I want to pew pew pew.
You know, I want to see if it stays true with the whole like factor that sometimes Traveler has a kit that references someone in the plot, the main plot of the story. I want to see, will Fire Traveler be like a mirror image or a very weak, watered down version of a 5-star that comes later? The thing is,
I think that's interesting that he has a kit similar to like
Nouvelette.
The Archon.
Yeah, he's got a very similar kit to Archons.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, but the problem is he's the worst version of them.
Yeah, so because like every Traveler kind of embodies, not fully, but sort of resembles the Archon's kit. Same goes for like Nouvelette. Like Nouvelette is just Hydro Traveler, but so much better.
Just literally better in every way.
Yep. But so I'm wondering if we'll get that for Fire Traveler.
I just want him to be good.
But yeah, see, that's the issue then, because instantly there will be someone who is better than him. Like instantly.
I know, but like all like the big gachas nowadays, their main characters are usable.
Not all gachas, just a lot of the more
ones.
In the spotlight mainline. Yeah,
the ones that are getting attention.
Like Wuthering Waves got a great main character. Star Rail has an incredible main character.
Literally one of the best main characters I've seen.
Yeah, from gachas I've played, yes. Trailblazer is one of the best free characters I have seen in a gacha.
Not only are they a solid DPS, an amazing tank, but also just an enabler with insane numbers.
Yeah, no, fully agree. I fully agree.
That's only 3 of the. I've instantly forgotten how many classes there are in Star Rail. Anyway, we're talking about a lot of things.
Yes, sir. So we're probably going to end this video now. That has been our thoughts and our rambles. That's all I have to say. Daniel, do you have anything?
It's very late at night. But this was a very cute trailer. I love the animations. I love the guys flexing and being healed. I loved all the animation. I loved the music. And it was very cute and adorable. I just hope she's good because right now I kind of don't want to pull for her. But at the same time, I kind of want to pull for her because I just want them to sell me on it. I just haven't been sold other than the fact that she's adorable. That is the selling point. By golly, that's a good one.
So I do have an extra thought to throw in here at the end. My thought of the whole matter is, I think for most people, unless her trial blows me away, I think Sigewinne is a very safe character to skip and wait for the second rerun. Because the second rerun usually comes soon, it's the third one that you have to start worrying about because sometimes characters never come back. I know you Kave mains out there are rioting because he has only ran once. I do apologize. I actually got to pull him off banner. And so I got him somehow still. But it's super rare to get a 4-star off banner. And he is not rerun. And it's been like almost, if not a year, which is kind of silly. So that should happen hopefully soon. But for 5 stars, they at least run a second time in the first year. Usually. I want to preface that with a usually. So I think Sigewinne could be a safe, maybe skip, but don't hold me to that. Because if she sells horribly, they may wait a long time to bring her back. I don't know.
The thing is, they're really relying on the fact that she's adorable for her to sell.
I hope her kit's really good.
I really hope her kit's good. And the thing I just don't want it to be is I just don't want her constellations to fix all of the issues with her. I don't want that.
That would really suck.
I just want her to have a good kit, C0, and the constellations be fun extra things.
That can make it better. And
don't want the constellations to fix anything that feels wrong.
Okay, constellations can be quality of life improvements, but they should not fix a character.
They can be quality of life improvements, as you said, but they should never fix a core.
They should not make the character broken, requiring a constellation to fix.
Kind of like as a Hu Tao main, C1 Hu Tao
is weird.
Is just
that's weird.
Infinitely better than C0.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great example because that really should have been like a base kit thing.
That should have just been a talent.
Maybe that would have been too good, but like at the time, because she was and still is very powerful.
I know, but if she was a 4-star, that'd be fine because it'd be easy enough to get that.
Bet on that. Bet
I could.
I don't know. 4-stars sometimes just don't come home.
Well, guess what? Sometimes you get nothing but that one specific character.
That is true. There is sometimes you get like all the same.
Like I got your C6 12 pulls ago, dog. I don't need you. They just don't leave.
Okay, we're rambling again. Yeah, I hope Sigewinne's good. I really do hope she's good. I think she possibly is a safe skip, but if you really, really want her, go ahead and pick her up.
Considering that Emily is around the corner, and hypothetically speaking, she may be a interesting character.
She may be good. I don't know. The beta's still ongoing. I've heard good things about her.
Hypothetically speaking, if she went with things like fire, just saying the Fire Nation is around the corner. And
but see, Fire Nation's around the corner, so do you even want to go for like Sigewinne or Emily? Or do you want to save for Natlan and see who's coming?
Because we have an entire new cast of characters around the corner. And the Archon. And maybe the Commander. What was his name? Commodore?
We talking about the good guy or
Shadow.
the bad guy? The Reaper looking dude.
Yeah, the Reaper looking
Captain.
Captain. That was his name.
If he's playable, all in.
If he's playable, instantly. I'm sorry. That's where all my
I like there has to be a character in the story that sells me so hard on them that I somehow negate the edgelord character.
The guy that's considered to be one of the strongest?
Dude, his kit. What if he comes out and he's actually not like an S tier character? Okay, like he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be fun. But what if, like, because in lore, he is the strongest character. Like one of the strongest characters. Not the, but one of the strongest characters. What if he hits like a wet noodle or something?
He just hits like Dia.
No! I do not want to
basic banner character.
I love Dia. She's one of my main characters that I play all the time, but man, oh man.
We all know the truth.
She could have been so much more.
We all know the truth.
She is still good. She is still good. Her numbers are still crazy. But stop it. I can have this. Her numbers are still good, and she's super fun to play, but she was completely and utterly nerfed to the ground before release. That was ridiculous. Yep. I don't even actually know what she was like in beta, but I know they made her weaker specifically.
Because she's a basic banner. Anyway, let us know your thoughts and opinions about Sigewinne in the comments below. Are you excited to pull for her? Do you think her kit looks fun? Do you think she's adorable? Are you excited for Emily right around the corner and Natlan on the horizon?
It's going to be awesome.
Let us know.
It's going to be super awesome. And I guess with that, we love you all.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.